Drone here. What's going on, guys? This is my second ONAGOfly. This one has something different. These little black dots on all around, which I think are the sensors and whatnot. We're going to try to give this flight despite the fact that we're dealing with a little bit windy conditions. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I know you're not really supposed to fly these in windy conditions. What we're going to do, we're going to hold that do-do-do. So we're going to go ahead and connect to the app here. We're going to connect to the drone first, and then we're going to connect to the app. The password's 1234567 I believe. Once you're connected to it, run over to the app. There are two different apps. I'm going to be using Fly Drone that has the ONAGOfly logo on it versus the Fly Drone that has Fly Drone over top of it. So we're going to hit enter the cockpit, and all we see is ground. I will try to record. It is really cold out here. I don't know how long my cell phone's going to last. This iPhone doesn't like the cold. So I have no GPS satellites. I'm going to hold unlock, and we've unlocked it. I'm going to go up and kind of jetted forward because of the wind. Whoa, easy there. Easy. Come on back now. So the wind's a little bit tough on this. Still not gathering any GPS satellites. What I'd like to do is kind of get this over here. Still not locked on any satellites. Kind of dangerous over here, but over here I have less wind because I have trees behind me and whatnot. Seems like it wants to go forward. At least it's flying. Like, we're flying now. I'd like to get it up a little bit higher because this camera is basically useless unless you're backpedaling. Still have no satellites. I'm gonna go this way and not hit the garage. Again, 0 satellites, where I think we should have some type of satellitage. We're just gonna go over this way. Again, this is the second one that I got. The other one, the first one is inside charging. I'd really like to get that in the air. That way I don't have to do a refund on it. These were dirt cheap from Walmart. And as you can see, it's really not stabilizing or sitting anywhere because we have no GPS. So it's like really wonky. Like, it's kind of fishing around and whatnot. I think it would grab some type of GPS. Again, I'm off of it right now, which that's not bad for no GPS. It's actually sitting there. It's moving around a little bit, but it's not taking off. And as you can see, it's a little wonky. I don't know what it's doing, but we'll go ahead and go over here. I really hate to put this up any amount of distance because I don't know what type of range the controller to the drone is, but it really does seem like it's sitting in space here, despite the fact I'm showing 0 GPS satellites. But with that camera face so far down, it's almost pointless. But right now, this is a success. This is definitely a success as far as getting the drone in the air and showing no GPS and what. It looks like it has to be locked on the GPS. It wouldn't just be sitting there. It can't just be sitting there. I'm going to try to walk this way. That way maybe it'll catch me on the camera, because that'll be about the most useful thing that we're going to see here. And there. We'll try to put this down. That's about as useful as you're going to get this. But I'm actually really impressed how well that's just sitting there. Especially when it's showing I have 0 satellites. Now it seems to be coming down a little bit. My battery's at 36%. This was a fully charged battery. I'm starting to get a little bit breakup. We're going to bring it down a little bit. And it is. It really is trying to sit there. It's raised altitude a little bit. That's kind of positioning. I'd like to get in front of it if I can, just for a picture for the thumbnail, as it weeble wobbles all around here. Now it's darting backwards. Oh! It looks like it's doing a huge orbit right now. That's exactly what it's doing. A huge orbit. Are you going to stop? Again, I'm not touching this. I'm not controlling this at all. For having no GPS satellites and now it's doing an orbit, I am slightly impressed with it able to maintain its position, general position and proximity right here. It is super cold out as well. The wind is blowing this way. You can see it tilting that way and trying to fight it and wobbling a little bit. Am I going to tell you to go buy this drone? No, I'm not going to tell you to go buy this drone. In better conditions, if I can get this to fly right, then maybe I would, because again, I think I paid $20 on Walmart, and I would really like to, I'd like to get this in front of the camera, if possible, without taking my head off. That might do it. And as I've corrected it, it seems to be sitting there. So for a $20 brushless drone, not bad. The camera angle, if the camera angle was parallel, if it was just straight, I would say go get it now, because from what I can see, the camera seems to be decent. The only way for me to kind of test the camera here is to yank back on it. Nope, not yank down, yank back. And there we're gonna get a little bit of the camera. And then yank back on it. You get to see a little bit of this. I've done no recording as far as the SD card. I do have an SD card in it. Maybe I will try that now. We're at 20% battery. Thing's sitting there again, which is surprising, really surprising that it's maintaining its situation in that proximity, and it's doing a really good job with the wind. It's really surprising. We're on low battery mode on the cell phone. What I want to do, I want to stop my screen recording. Screen recording has been stopped. I'm going to go down. I'm going to try to record onto the SD card. I don't know, and it actually, I clicked record on SD card and I've lost my feed. I've lost my feed, and maybe because my battery. Okay, so there's a good learning thing. My phone just shut down. The drone downed itself. That's pretty good that it worked like that. So I don't know, I've seen a lot of bad, like horrible reviews on this, and clearly my first one I could not get in the air at all. We're recording 8 minutes and such. Maybe this was in the air for about 7 minutes, which is a short flight time. But we saw a couple good things. It didn't show that it was locked on to GPS, and it maintained position really well, like surprisingly well, despite the fact that app didn't show there was GPS. My phone shut down because Apple, as you can see, doesn't like the cold, and it is really cold out here. I shouldn't even be out here. I'm not fully recovered from my lung infection, and my wife's probably not going to be happy I came out to do a video, but it's for you guys. But my phone shut down, and this downed itself. It didn't just fly away. So it's we need to get this out on a nice day and see about it, and it'd be nice to get the other one out. Again, the other one didn't have these little black dots on it. Walmart right now has these for like $20. All right, guys, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button.